What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Thingos back again for another video, and today what I'm going to be doing is actually going over episode 6 of the Invincible animated series, doing a comparison of how the comic book handled what the show was trying to adapt versus, the changes that the show made. I did this on the first 5 episodes of Invincible. I will have links to those previous episodes that I covered in the description, but I'm picking it back up to go ahead and finish. I literally only got 3 more episodes to do, so I figured why not. And episode 6 was when Mark Grayson, William, Amber, and new character Rick, who was a friend of William's, all went to, well, Rick was already there, but they went to a college to pretty much get a tour of it, to kind of get an idea if that's where they wanted to go after high school, and also just get an excuse to kind of like get away from all the crazy shit Invincible happened to be dealing with at the time. And it was kind of like a little escape for him. Now, it didn't go down like this in the comic book. We're gonna go over a couple of those pages and kind of like, I'm gonna show you what actually happened, but just a brief little summary. In the comic book, they actually didn't go to the college for any of that. He was already in college. You see, the comic book doesn't really waste that much time. Mark Grayson, he graduates pretty quickly, and he's already in college as a roommate with William. And Amber is in college, but at a completely different campus. So he still is able to see her and everything. Nobody knows that he doesn't, well, everybody knows that he doesn't have a car, but they don't know how he gets from place to place so fast, because they don't know he's a super and he's flying back and forth. It's fucking hilarious. But anyway, long story short, D.A. St. Clair does go to his school. He has a similar introduction like how he did in the show, where he just kind of comes in all pompous, thinking that he knows everything and just talking like so disrespectfully to the teacher and everyone else there. It's a similar scene, and he does go to the same school as William and Mark. But what happens is he actually kidnaps Rick, similar to the show. He doesn't kidnap him because he thinks he's like a good specimen, like all in shape and shit like that. That's a little weird. Even though the show did kind of give more an explanation for why he did choose Rick, I just think in the comic book it was just more of a, bad place, wrong time type situation. Rick was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. And but anyway, he gets kidnapped. Similar with how it happened in the comic book, William finds out about it, but instead of it all happening in the course of just one afternoon, he notices that Rick disappeared, and he constantly tells Mark about it. He's constantly letting him know, like, I still don't know what Rick is, bro. Rick disappeared. I ain't heard nothing from him. Like, I'm still trying to figure out what's going on, bro. And they actually get told by Reginald VelJohnson, the actual Reginald VelJohnson. He pops up to their college and he tells them that there's actually there's been a situation with Rick before where he's ran away from home, and it was hard for them to get contact with him and getting calls. So it was kind of more build up. At first they was looking for him, but then they just stopped because they thought that he just ran away for a little bit and he would just come back later like he did before. So it was more build up to the situation of him disappearing and D.A. St. Clair actually taking him and figuring out what exactly D.A. St. Clair was up to and what he was doing all together. It wasn't just mashed all in one episode. It took place over the course of several issues. And when Invincible, the reason why he finally, took it upon himself to look for William and take it seriously, well, not William, Rick, is because William actually got taken when he was trying to become bait. And actually, you know what? No, I take that back. In the comic, Mark and William came up with a plan together. William, he dressed up as a homeless person to pretty much bait out D.A. St. Clair to take him, because D.A. St. Clair was taking people that, society kind of forgot about, or that he could kind of get away with kidnapping. So William was trying to act like a homeless person so that D.A. St. Clair could take him. They could figure out where he took Rick and, possibly some other people, and then they could, just stop the whole thing. Now, Mark actually got, I think he got distracted, didn't get to see where William got taken, but he was still able to find him fairly quickly. William was about to get worked on, just like Rick. He came in at the right time, and he got into a fight with the Reaniman, even though in the animated series, the Reaniman was fighting him way more brutally and savage than they did in the comic book. He still got fucked up in the comic too, but in the animated series, like, they was just straight up jumping his ass. Like, it was just hilarious how bad he was getting beat. Really, in the animated series, they kind of like they ramp up all the villains and all of their capabilities and what they're able to do. Invincible is kind of like known for getting his ass beat, but I'm telling you, man, even for that was a bit much. I was just like, damn, bro. And the way that they did Omni-Man was even worse. Like, whoo! Like, I never even seen Omni-Man struggle like that with some Reaniman. So I was just like, what the fuck? It was still an awesome scene, but the power scaling, it just wasn't consistent at all. But I know my boy, one of my subscribers actually had a problem with that. I would have shouted you out, but I can't think of your name right now to save my life. Sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, end of the day, he saved William, he saved Rick. He did backhand the shit out of D.A. St. Clair and break his fucking jaw, similar to how he did in the show. That actual scene is taken straight out of the comic, so I'm glad that they got that in there at least. And the Pentagon and Cecil and all of them, they take them in. They take in the Reaniman, they take in D.A. St. Clair, they also take in Rick and William, you know, check and make sure they're okay. William's fine. The you know, the surgical implants, the cybernetics, they didn't even start with him yet, so he's safe. Unfortunately, Rick, he went through a lot of shit, so they have to manually take all that stuff away from him. There's kind of like a graphic scene as well when they show real quickly what Rick is going through while they're trying to operate and get all these cybernetics from his body, and you can see Mark in the background holding his mouth in shock with how disgusting it looks. So yeah, it was pretty raw with how they did it in the comic. Quite a lot of changes here and there. It wasn't like this group trip with William and Amber and you know, Mark, like how it was in the episode where they was all together, and the whole time Mark was trying to, you know, win back Amber's affections like this mega simp that he was in that show, and dealing with her ridiculous claims of how she knew he was a damn superhero, yet she still was acting like a bitch and giving him a hard time. Like, none of that made sense, and none of it was in the comic. I swear, if you want to see me bring up some cons and some things that I didn't agree with when it comes to the show, that is definitely one of them. The way that they handled Amber was atrocious. I don't know why they even bothered to put that in there, considering that it wasn't even in the comic in the first place. But yeah, that's just how it happened in the show. And in the comic, you know, just me summarizing it in words. But I'm about to show you a couple of pictures, and well, not really pictures, but pages. I'm gonna show you what issue 36, that's the issue where we get him trying to save William and Rick and the Reaniman. Get a nice little scene between Rexplode and Bulletproof here. Bulletproof hasn't been introduced in the series yet. He's definitely an important character that I would love to see introduced in the series of Invincible. I don't know if he's gonna come in season 2 or later down the line, but he's definitely a character I want to see, so hopefully we do get him at some point. I actually want to make a video talking about Bulletproof, breaking him down, and how it would actually be awesome to see him pop up in the show. And you see here, he's coming in, he's talking to William. Also, for those of you who may not know, in the comic book, William isn't gay, or at least he doesn't start out that way. He's just fairly, you know, regular best friend that you would see in shows or comics like this. A dork, a little annoying, but good guy at heart. That doesn't change, of course, when, you know, he comes out, but he just didn't start out the series as gay like how he did in the show. They changed that and just made him permanently gay for the show, whereas in the comic he came out later on with Rick, you know, conveniently, the guy that they was trying to save. So, guess it all worked out in the end. Robert Kirkman was just like, you know what, instead of just doing this change, I'm gonna just start out and make them that way from the start. We got Doc Seismic here. he got a major upgrade in abilities and just his delivery and how he was in the show. It was awesome, funny as hell. I can't wait to see him come back in season 2 using all these creatures that he has tamed and controlled from being trapped underground for a while. Actually looks like he's trying to escape from prison in this scene using some of these creatures. Epic little splash page fight scene. We're definitely gonna get some more of that. Oh man, just cut it all off, Doc. Just cut it all off. Come on now. But yeah, character interactions. And see, this is all like a lot of shit going on, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like this is all going on within the time, like within the issue that they was kind of like trying to adapt. Like, the whole timeline is just mixed with things that have happened, because there's things that have already happened. There's things that have yet to happen. That's why I said I'm not sure how they're gonna mix up season 2, because of the way they did season 1 and they changed and switched up events. It has to be the same way with season 2, even though they have to make it make sense. That's also another interesting aspect. Like, how are they going to pace and switch around season 2 based on what they did in the first season? So that's also another neat little topic we can discuss later. This is what I was telling you about earlier. William dressing up as a homeless man to get the attention of DA St. Clair so that he can get kidnapped, and Mark can follow him, figure out where his lair is, and save him. But of course, like I said, he dozes off, loses William for a second, gets taken, but you know, he finds him fairly quickly and chases after him. He went in the sewers, just like how it happened in the show. Even though in the show, I thought it didn't really make sense. I mean, maybe if they had a scene, maybe they did, I don't know, I don't really remember, but maybe they had a scene real quick showing that Invincible had like super hearing and he could hear that they was underground, and that's why he went there. Like, I don't know why he just chose to just fly underground at that specific moment, and then that just happened to be the answer of where everybody was. He just got really lucky, but here, at least he actually followed William straight to where he was supposed to go. Similar, we see Mark fighting them inside the sewer, getting frustrated. Got his face slammed into the wall, man. Like I said, they put up a pretty good fight here too. His eye goggles break way too easily. Yeah, see, we got Rick here, him fighting against him. Similar to how it was in the show as well. Remember how in the show Rick had to regain control, and that's how they was able to stop DA St. Clair. You see here, he is getting fucked up, man. But see, it's more explained in the comic for why he's getting fucked up so badly, because he wants to save Rick, so he's clearly not fighting at his best. And as Mark is dealing with that, DA St. Clair is trying to be all sinister and shit and make an android out of William as well. See William getting scared. And see, it continues on issue 37. So like I said, it goes over the course of a couple of issues. By the way, side note, I just think this is really cute. You have Kid Rex, aka Robot, and Monster Girl going on a date as kids. That is very, very cute, man. I love how they put that in there. But yeah, back on topic. Got William scared as hell, DA St. Clair trying to really change him. Oh, about to cut that throat up. And then, bing! Got Mark coming up in here. He want all the smoke. Let's see. He's coming in to save his friend. Stop DA St. Clair. DA running like a little biatch. he got them reanimated. Bing! Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I take it back, man. Mark was getting fucked up. But like I said, he was getting fucked up so bad because he wasn't trying to hurt Rick. He probably was also considering that the other reanimated could be real people as well. So even though they're dead, Rick seems to be the only one that's alive. You see, Rick actually noticed William. William gets through to him. And that's when he starts going like, wait, hold on, what the fuck? Hold on, hold the phone. I'm attacking my niggas, bruh. Then he snapped back to it, starts helping them out. And you see Mark starts working together with Rick to get rid of the rest of the reanimen and free William. You know what's coming up next? The infamous backhand to D.A. St. Clair's face. Bing! He like, what the fuck you think you going? Hell yeah, see, he said, no way this jerk getting away. He catch up to his ass. Now I just gotta let y'all see how it's done in the comic. I'm gonna read through it and everything. You think you could do this to people and just get away with it? You think you're not going to have to pay for what you did to these people? After what you did to my friend? I'm sorry, you're too unintelligent to see how important my work is. If you think about the good that can come from... Bing! Shut up, nigga! Look at that jaw! It's making the letter L like it is completely curved. Like that shit is at a right angle, 90 degrees, bro. He fucked his ass up. That's what I'm talking about. Now you notice in this whole issue, you didn't see no back and forth bullshit ass drama about you didn't see no back and forth bullshit ass drama about Mark trying to fix things with Amber, trying to, you know, let her know like it's all good, that, you know, he's actually a hero, and that, you know, that's the reason why he abandoned her, and he wasn't even, like, she wasn't even there for none of that shit. Now in the comic, they did go on a tour at the beginning of, like, earlier in the series when he was still in high school. They did a tour of the college. They just made the whole episode based around that in the show. But see, in the comic, they went a tour of the college. They all went there. William wasn't even with them at the time, though. I think he split off to do something else. The reanimen came out of nowhere, attacked Mark. He had to fight it off. He left Amber, and she thought that he just left her because he was a coward, but he really left her to go fight the reanimen. And that actually happened in the show, but they mixed that visit to the college with the entire like second half of William being kidnapped and him having to save Rick. Like, they mixed that all together in one episode, even though in the comic that happened on two separate different occasions. Amber never was mad at Mark because he was a hero, and like, she never knew that he was a hero, and when she found out he was a hero, that gave him like unlimited access to cheeks. Like, so I don't know, like, the comic understood where Mark's priorities and where Amber's priorities should be. I don't know what the fuck happened with the show, bro. They just completely butchered their relationship. Even though it doesn't really go to anything huge and amazing, and, you know, they have kids and just be together forever. Like, that doesn't happen in the comic book, but their relationship is still a whole lot better in the comic for what it was and what it did for the characters than for what it's doing in the show. So that's like probably my biggest con. I can't think of like anything else other than that, but you know, they portrayed it pretty well. They did everything that needed to be in there was in there. The backhand, Rick getting taken, William about to get turned almost, Cecil coming there at the end and taking D.A. St. Clair and, you know, putting him on the workforce and the staff of the damn Pentagon so that he can make reanimen for all of them. All of that shit happens the way it's supposed to. It's just, you know, switched around and done differently as opposed to it was done in the comic. So, you know, maybe this video has helped you guys out, let you see the differences and stuff like that. Let me know which one you prefer better. Like I said, I prefer the comic, but, you know, everybody like what they like. Also, comment down below and tell me if you enjoyed this episode. In my opinion, I like this episode, I think, the least in the season, but it wasn't terrible. It just like wasn't my favorite. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it kind of came out of nowhere, and with the next 2 episodes that came after, those, you know what I'm saying? That's what we came here for. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I want to end this before it gets to 20 minutes. I hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you guys are. Make sure you join that Viltrumites Take Flight group on Facebook, and also hit Invincible Disciples, Invincible IDs, the link in the description to join the Discord. And as well, follow me on Twitch at @thin_ghost. I'll be streaming on there as much as I can, and I'm trying to really get that Twitch up in the subscriber count. So please fuck with me on there as well. And I hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you guys are. And until next time, peace.